All right, if you do this thing, it may almost double your Parkinson's risk, study shows.
Oh.
This thing may double your Parkinson's risk. It's not really a thing that you do. I kind of phrased that weirdly. There's a new study here suggesting that if you have a personality trait known as neuroticism, it can make you more susceptible to Parkinson's disease. If you're being neurotic. Now, I don't know. Every time you hear something like this, you're wondering which came first. Like, were neurotic people or people who had a tendency towards neuroticism already having mental, could whatever it is that makes a person neurotic also contribute to this? Or is the neuroticism itself...
It's like chicken and the egg?
New study published in the Journal of Movement Disorders. Researchers from the Florida State University College of Medicine analyzed data collected by the UK Biobank, which recruited 500,000 people aged 40 to 69 from the mid to late 90s. They followed them for 12 years and found that people who scored in the top quartile of neuroticism had more than 80% greater risk of Parkinson's compared to those who scored lower. Anxiety and depression are comorbid with Parkinson's disease. Many people with Parkinson's tend to be anxious or tend to get depressed. Part of that could be due to the disease and how it alters the brain and can have an influence on emotions. Part could be a psychological reaction of having the diagnosis. So see, that's the thing. Which comes first? Neuroticism is defined as the trait disposition to experience negative effects, including anger, anxiety, self-consciousness, irritability, emotional instability, and depression. People with this neuroticism respond poorly to environmental stress, interpret ordinary situations as threatening, and can experience minor frustrations as hopelessly overwhelming. I mean, look, here's my thing on this. If you really got nothing to lose, if the correlation there is something that started a lot earlier and the same thing that made you have that particular trait will eventually lead you towards this disease.
Well, right now is it?
Yeah.
The stats on people that right now that would be suffering from or be neurotic. I mean,
So what I'm trying to say is, why not work on that regardless? Whether it was going to happen anyways or not, why not be on the good side of that bet? In other words, tackle it head on. More reason than ever to work towards eliminating
positive thinking,
doing whatever you can. Yeah, but yeah, to be optimistic.
You get addicted, though, I think, to despair like this in a way. I mean, it's difficult nowadays. Everything's so depressing to I think you have to work hard at staying away from this. Yeah.
And what I'm saying is that what better reason than may lead you to this super if you're indulging in the negativity.
Unless your lifestyle that makes it more difficult for you to get away from this. But
for sure. That's another component. I think environment matters a lot and life circumstance matters a lot. And not every time that a person is having these particular traits, not every time is every aspect of it under their control. Absolutely. So then it comes into how can this environment be modified, hopefully, if possible, in order to avoid it. I guess what this is I'm just saying you can twist this into some type of motivation.
Yeah.
To not let this linger too long because there could be a lasting effect. Mm-hmm. And there could be a physiological effect long term. I mean, you hear people saying the consequence of stress ends up in your body in some way in many cases. There's nobody saying, hey, constant stress or depression is going to be good for you. So when you see some evidence like this, it's just a little bit more motivation, a little bit more push to potentially modify the things in your life that could be contributing to such a thing.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I mean, everybody's situations are different, but it is an interesting finding nonetheless. I think on some level, many people have a suspicion that their general disposition may have physical consequences at some point. I know I do. I have like a subconscious thing. If I remain in a particular state of mind, that it's probably not going to be good long term. But like I said, everybody's different. Everybody's got different challenges, but good luck to all of you. Oh, by the way, thank you very much for Vin joining today. A round of applause. Maybe give him a thumbs up or just let him know in the comments, because this was a very, very big deal for him. He's been talking about doing this for a really long time. And I mean, he was texting me, for weeks in advance. I'm going to come by on this day, get the chair ready. I got a lot to say. The people need what I have, is basically the way he phrased it. Yeah. And so now you have what he has, and you can let him know if you want to see him back in that chair. Got anything you want to say there, Vin? To the people out there, just before we go, you get the last word.
Not really.